Hello, my name is Anna Eplin, and today I will be telling you about my journey in leadership, and my coach was Jennifer Stevens. The goals that I worked on throughout the Silver Challenge were for my personal goal to incorporate more running into my exercise routine, for my professional goal to create more engaging lessons for my students, and for my academic goal to maintain all A's in all of my classes. The experience of setting goals with a coach was very much similar to having an accountability partner that I could talk with how I am doing on my goals and where I am at in reaching them, or if I'm more behind than I would have liked to have been. And something that was very important for me to work on was especially my personal goal. And at first I started out with a goal of being able to run a mile in less than 9 minutes, but I had gotten to where I was running just about daily in the spring semester, but over the summer I worked at a summer camp that is very exhausting and takes a lot of work out of me without the extra running on top of it. And so because I hadn't ran all summer, when I came back in the fall, it was very hard for me to get back into that and to feel as though I could manage reaching that goal in a reasonable time. And so I just had to set a new goal to incorporate more running into my exercise routine, where at least one day a week I just run. And so that was something that was very important to realize, that sometimes it is okay to not reach the goals that we had initially set, but we can still work towards them just by making new goals. Through the ULSI leadership analysis, in which my peers analyzed my leadership skills, I learned some things about my strengths and weaknesses. I have pretty much always known that one of my main strengths, is being able to execute a task. If I have a to-do list, I will always work very hard to knock it out efficiently and knock it out well, to where all of the things that I complete are getting done in a timely manner and also correctly and not half-heartedly. But I didn't really feel like I had all that many weaknesses, if I'm being quite honest. I thought I was adequate in all of the different areas, but looking at the analyses from my peers, I learned that I'm very lacking in my intercultural knowledge and my understanding about other cultures. And after looking at the analyses, I realized that that's a very true weakness for me, and that was something I needed to work on. And that is something that I still need to work on, and I still need to grow in that. I need to be able to understand other cultures and just learn more about them and learn what makes people the way that they are and what is important to them, and how can I incorporate that in my workplace when I am a teacher in a school after I graduate, and in my classroom for my students that are of different cultures. How can I incorporate that into the lessons? And that is something I'm very much looking forward to growing in. I completed most of my service at Hope Academy in Greensboro. It is a private elementary school, and something that I learned through this experience was, first, that a private school isn't just a stereotypical, well-funded school. That was what I thought they were when I was growing up. Quite honestly, I thought they were the rich kids' schools, and that's a very not good way to think about them, because not all private schools are that way, and a good example of one is Hope Academy. It is not the most well-funded, and it's honestly a lot like public schools, and I didn't know that private schools could be like that. Another thing that I learned was that as a teacher, you need to embrace the people around you, and you need to understand that people are there to help you, and that you need other people in order to get things done. You can't do everything on your own. Especially as a teacher starting out, it is going to be very hard to do everything on my own, and so I need to be able to get help from other people when I need it, and that is something that has kind of always been very hard for me. I don't like to ask for help because I feel like it is a weakness, but something I have learned, and what someone at Hope Academy has told me, is that asking for help is a sign of strength and rather not a sign of weakness. And so that is something that I hope to always carry with me and to help my future students understand as well. I personally believe that it is important to lead for positive social change in how my Christian beliefs impact my day-to-day life. I very much do believe in a loving God that has always loved us, and because of that love that he has shown us, I want to show other people as much love as I humanly can. And it is very important to lead for a positive social change so that everyone can be shown the love that they are deserved, and everyone can have that love. And I feel that it is very sad that we still have a lot of negative social interactions with people, and it is very important to work to change that, because things aren't really going to change if no one tries to lead for that change. And it really motivates me to love other people, because I have seen times where, especially in my life, if I was having a really bad week or so, or maybe a bad day, and someone just shows me a little bit of love, it helps me want to be better, and it changes my day around, and it just makes a difference in my life, and I want to do that for someone else. And I think that is very important, and that more people should do that. In the future, I believe that I will continue to set personal, professional, and academic goals. That is something I have always done, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. I always have, I always will set goals and try and work towards them. And I will continue to try and work towards my initial personal goal of being able to run a mile in less than 9 minutes. That is something that has always been very important to me, and I want to be able to reach that goal. And in civic engagement, I really want to get more involved in the organizations that I care about. I want to support and just do community service with the organizations that mean something to me, that I feel are making a impact in other people's lives, and I want to be a part of that. And my last goal and plan for my leadership is to be the best teacher that leads by love for her students. And I want all of my students that ever come into my classroom to know that there are people that love them, and that they can always do anything that they set their mind to. They just need to work for it. And that is something that is very important to me. That is something that my teachers instilled in me, and I want to instill that knowledge in other kids too. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you have a great day.